I started working with some of the sporting events, and my name got out there. And then they called me to do before Regis and Kathy Lee had a TV show. Regis was doing a show on Lifetime Television, if you remember Lifetime Television.
Oh, yeah.
And they would call me in, and I'd bring in snakes or goats or whatever. And so, in fact, when Regis and Kathy Lee started their show, Kathy Lee wasn't the host. I go before Kathy Lee. It was a lady by the name of Ann Abernathy. And then when Ann Abernathy left, it was Steve Garvey's wife, Cindy Garvey, was the host. So Cindy Garvey and Regis, and it was a local Good Morning
So you
New
knew
York.
them back in the day.
Yeah, it was a New York show, not syndicated. Then Buena Vista picked it up. In fact, I was on the demo reel. On the demo reel, I brought on like 22 golden retriever puppies. How could they blow it? So yeah, I did Regis and Kathy Lee for all those years. It was a fun show to do.
You ever get bitten on a live show, like some dog? I could tell you have.
Not by a dog. I was doing
snake.
I was doing a show in San Francisco. It was a show called Mac and Muttley. I just finished teaching a dog how to scuba dive for the TV show. So anyway, I'm doing this whole thing. This is my life, Michael. Doing this show, Mac and Muttley. They'd fly me out to San Francisco, and I do a bunch of shows at a time. So I finished doing that. Then I finished doing this. I just did a segment on rodents. Now I'm doing a segment on snakes. And the bottom line was that I didn't get a chance to wash my hands. And in my own stupidity, I went to pick up this rattlesnake, and I have the smell of rodents on my hands. Oh. So he launched into me, and I spent 2 days in the hospital in San Francisco and had to take, you didn't know this, do you?
Did you almost die?
I didn't almost die, but I was pretty sick. And then I had
What does it feel like to be bitten by a rattlesnake? What's that feeling?
The breathing, the nerves, the type of toxin that they have.
You feel like you're like, I could die?
You want to die.
It's that bad.
Yeah, it is that bad. You want to die. And it was a young rattlesnake. And the younger the rattlesnake, the more venom they give you. The older snakes save their venom, just use enough to do with it. But the younger ones, they put it all out there. So, and then there was a time I did a TV show in New York for 6 years called Saturday Morning Live. And it was hosted by Gene Rayburn. Remember Gene?
Old school.
He was my mentor. I mean, this guy taught me everything. And I was doing a segment on lizards. And before I went on, I was working with an animal, a big, large, I don't know, I forget, it was like big, large, furry animal. I'm trying to think of what it was now. Anyway, it took my finger and it bit me before I went on the air, and 80-something stitches, my finger was hanging. But I didn't want to miss the segment.
The adrenaline kept you through it.
We took a break. I went back, put a bunch of bandages on, put my hand in my pocket, and finished the segment. But then because I did that show, Gene would have all these friends come on, Charles Nelson Riley, Betty White, all his friends would come on. It was amazing to get to meet all of these people that I idoled. And then I got called to do Hour Magazine, and I would come out to Westinghouse out here, and I got to hang out with Liberace. I helped train Liberace's dog.
I saw pictures of that. You got to send me these pictures to post.
Yeah, there was some just great shots, and it was exciting. I look back at it now, and people say to me, "What about the dangers?" I was training guard dogs at the time as well.
Yeah.
Once I had a gun at my head, and once I had a knife at my throat at Hunts Point Market in the Bronx. I was dropping off a guard dog at 3:00 in the morning. Hunts Point Market is where all the guys go to buy the fruit. The fruit vendors,
right.
The mavens. And so I was dropping a dog off there to do some protection work. And
you almost got killed there.
The guy pulled a knife on me. Luckily, the dog reacted. Good training, Warren. The dog reacted, grabbed his hand, took him down, and we were able to get away.